You know a movie's big when its Google searches surpass the actual Civil War. I mean, if you like really good action sequences and snappy dialogue, and if you really enjoy character development and great conflict, and if you're like a loser who's really into like, many different stories combining together into one really well told and constructed story, then yeah, you might like this movie. But I mean, obviously, if you're not into any of that stuff and you're into, like just mindless, numb action with no consequences and just people fighting and stupid dialogue, then yeah, this movie's probably not for you. So you tell me which one you are. I didn't know what to expect going into this movie. I was excited. I mean, I love everything Marvel's done so far. I kind of make excuses for the bad movies. I mean, Thor: The Dark World, I mean, not that good, but you kind of want to like it because you like so much of their stuff. But man, I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, and in this movie, they did him right. You may not believe this, but that was only 8 years of lessons, so pretty good stuff. They did him justice. All it took was a little British kid, 15-year-old kid from London, to come in and crush that role. I mean, Tobey Maguire did a good job, and as much as people hate on Andrew Garfield, I thought he was an all-right Spider-Man. I really enjoyed him as a Peter Parker. But man, Tom Holland, praise be to Tom Holland. You killed it. So I really enjoyed the film. I thought they did a great job with kind of bringing all the characters together. It's a huge cast, and you have an ensemble, and you want to make sure everyone gets their, I guess, airtime. They did a good job of making me feel like it still was a Captain America movie. Kind of felt like an Iron Man movie a little bit, but when you have Robert Downey Jr. on the screen, I guess it'll always feel like it's his movie, whether or not he's on the screen for 15 minutes or for 50. So I thought that was really well done. Marvel does a good job of giving everyone their airtime. I can't say how much I loved Spider-Man enough. Like, I cannot tell you how much he was my favorite character. But even Paul Rudd coming in as Ant-Man with very few lines in the movie, but very memorable moments. He had a fight scene with Iron Man, which was hilarious. Then, I don't want to spoil anything, but everyone's talking about it right now going into it. Since the movie comes out tonight, I guess I'll let you guys know the main sequence everyone's talking about is the airport scene. And oh my god, this airport scene is out of this world. Everyone that I've talked to said it's like 20 minutes long. It felt like 4 minutes because it was over so quickly. I wanted the whole movie to be at this airport. I don't even know what the airport was. I don't even remember what the mission was when they went to this airport, because that's where the major conflict happens. So Team Cap wants something and Team Iron Man wants the other thing. And it's just all of them are like fighting, and there's like bang, bang, and all this stuff is happening. It was unbelievable. Really well done. Can't tell you how much I loved that scene. But there were a few things I didn't enjoy. Once again, Marvel does what Marvel does best, and that's forgettable villains. It's just so many times we see Marvel villains and they're one and dones and they're just not memorable. And once again, we had a great actor with Daniel Bruhl, who's been in Quentin Tarantino movies with Inglourious Bastards, and he's also obviously in Rush, crushed it in Rush, Crush, my rhyming brain. So I thought he was going to be way better in this movie than he was. He is an amazing actor and can really play that like slimy, snaky villain type guy really well. But in this film, they just didn't do a good job of setting up a villain, which is not new for Marvel. It's one of the few things that, one of the criticisms a lot of people have in Marvel films is their heroes are so fleshed out and so well done that you're stuck with these villains who are one-dimensional. And I'm not saying he was the worst one, like he's definitely not that bad, but he could have been better. And I thought that his motivations were understandable, but I don't know, just didn't really do it for me. And then also Martin Freeman played Everett Ross, but had very few lines in the film. Didn't really make it. It could have been anyone. It didn't have to be Martin Freeman. I hope he has more stuff coming on, because I love him in Sherlock and I love him from the British Office. I know, hipster, but it's just one of those things where I thought he could have been used way better than he was. But this is called nitpicking, right? I go and see Batman versus Superman and I look for all the reasons to like it because I'm making excuses for it. But then I go and see Marvel's Civil War, which is like the 40,000th movie in their franchises of greatness, and I'm trying to look for things that I didn't like as opposed to looking for the things I liked. So the good outweighs the bad. It's definitely a movie I want to see again, and I was really lucky to see it as a pre-screening. So special thanks to TSN 1260 and to The Bear and Virgin Radio for hosting that event at West Edmonton Mall where I got to see it. Very, very exciting stuff. Great movie. Highly recommend it. I give it 4 Miss My X stars out of 5. Definitely go check it out. I think you guys will really enjoy it. So, peace out. I did it once. I swear to God, it happened. I'm